welcome to The Gist with Issa and Grace on Afro Vibes TV.
We are here on TV now.
This
no
is
more
the
just audio.
I can't believe it. This is the second episode. I'm just embracing this. Like, you can see our faces. I mean,
what did you guys think we looked like? I thought,
with
if I just heard, hello, I'm British, and I'm on Afro Vibes Radio, I would think.
What would you think? You're gonna
I
say
would
that
think
I was.
she would
You're gonna say
wear-
I'm not black? Is that what you're gonna say? Because of my British accent? Because I'm from England?
I would never say that. I would never say that in particular. But I would think, you know, you'd be wearing like a big puffy jacket, a black jacket with like the fur hoodie, right? And then
what do you think black people in England looks like, Grace? Like, no, that's not
maybe
how
a
it
jumpsuit, a tracksuit in it.
Oh my god.
Adidas.
For all my friends are listening to this from England, like, we need to just forgive this one. Because honestly, she is just like a lot of people, very ignorant.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. No, but I think people thought of you because you have different accents.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like people were like, is she black? Is she mixed?
I'm a spirit.
What is she? They didn't think.
I'm a spirit.
Jesus. God forbid bad thing. You're gonna have me calling my dad after this.
Right.
No, but I think that it's just amazing that we are on TV. You guys can see our beautiful faces.
Okay.
And we're just ready to get into this. We have the energy and everything, right?
Get into it.
So the biggest thing, everyone knows this by now, but we are so excited that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have officially been pronounced the winner of the U.S. election.
It took like 4 days.
Oh my God! It was like who is counting?
Who
these
is counting?
votes?
1,
Honestly.
2, 3.
Let's start again. Let's start again.
Oh shoot! I messed up. I forgot the count. What we on?
I just can't believe. I didn't know that. Honestly, took that long to get all the votes in. I mean,
well, it makes sense because a lot of it is mailed in.
A lot of them are mailed in.
The quarantine.
But apparently, this was a thing before quarantine. Like, they were mailing in ballots even before.
Oh yeah, they said Clinton should have won.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, because they cut off where they were counting. You know, for the sake of. I don't know. Just for getting it on TV that night.
It's crazy because, yeah, when everyone's like, oh, election night, at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., I was like, okay, this is not going to happen, So I think it's kind of cool to also experience this democracy, right?
Yeah.
And see the progression of this process, you know what I'm saying?
And I like to see how, thankfully, this is what I'm thankful for Trump for.
What are you, for Trump?
No.
Speak quickly, Grace. What are you thankful? What are you thankful for Trump for?
Thank you, Trump, so much. No, I'm thankful for Trump for igniting this fire in young people. We were like, nope, we're not gonna, not gonna do it.
A lot of people turned out to vote.
Not gonna do it.
The highest amount of first-time voters was during this election. So I think that is amazing, and I think that we just need to keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting, because this and then the coronavirus, the social injustice, the racial injustice movement, all these things, even in Nigeria, we were talking about NSAS movement for the last couple of weeks, all of these things are really being pushed by the youth. I mean, it's an incredible time to live, especially if you're under the age of 30.
They are fiery.
We are fiery. We have a spirit. We have,
But we're millennials, though. We're millennials. Millennials cut off at what?
I don't know.
I think it cuts off at the age of 24.
Is it 24?
I believe so. And then 24 and younger is Gen Z.
They were saying it's mid 1990s to early 2000s.
That's why people don't know, because they keep changing it.
So I guess we're both millennials.
I'm Gen Z.
You're Gen. Okay, girl, we're 1 year apart. We are not, I'm not that much older, although I feel older when I, compare our behavior.
Wow.
I do see that difference.
She is now my psychologist. I'm like, please get her out of my face. All right.
Oh my God, no, but I'm just so happy because also the one thing I love about this election, this turnout really, is that we can see somebody, in the White House as representative of us. I wasn't born here, I was born in England. A lot of you guys know, and I feel like, her being an immigrant herself, or her parents being immigrant, to Jamaican and Indian heritage, I think it's just amazing because this really is, what it means to be an American.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the American dream.
Multicultural melting pot, not just a melting pot that some people would just watch and see as people are poor and not doing well. And people were saying on CNN, they're like, Kamala Harris, she's not even black.
I don't understand where that came from. It's kind of like the whole thing with Obama. He's not.
Oh my goodness, he's Hawaiian. What does
that mean?
He's Kenyan. Like, so Kenyan is what?
I don't understand, and that's one thing that fueled Trump's campaign. You know, his whole thing into politics was the fact that he kept repeating that Obama isn't black, and it's a really sad thing to call into question the ethnicity, the heritage, the culture, the upbringing, the background of somebody, because that's a part of who they are.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just so disrespectful.
All of her hardships and being like, no,
it doesn't matter.
It's not serving me in this time as you being elected as vice president. So we're just gonna go ahead and say all of the racism you've gone through, gone.
It's crazy. It's and you know what's funny is that I'm not surprised, because this is what a lot of them do. They ignore the injustices that is so clearly present. They ignore the fact there is racism, and I think that them now saying, okay, Kamala, you're not really black.
Yeah, imagine somebody
it's not surprising.
You're not black.
It's crazy.
You're not black.
It's so disrespectful.
I would literally laugh. I'd be like, you guys are
but you know what's also crazy is that the fact that Donald Trump said that Obama wasn't black, and he made all these false accusations, all these false claims, and then people still elected him. Like he was a legit U.S. president for 4 years. I mean, it's baffling. It is honestly, because people are just they believe anything. And it's so funny when you go on Trump's Twitter account, you see all of the time, every single tweet is Twitter's saying this is a false claim. They blur it out to click on it specifically.
Fake news, everything's fake news.
You can't comment on it. Yeah, you know what he said? 37 minutes before they actually announced that Joe Biden actually won based on the electoral votes, Trump came out and said, "I've won, and I've won by a lot." And everyone's like, first of all, no one's won yet, and second of all, why a lot? You honestly, are so far down.
Even in the end, he couldn't say the truth.
It's crazy.
Even in the dying days, he couldn't say the truth. I got a call around that time. Hi, welcome, and thank you for picking up. This is Republican Party. We are calling for donations. I said,
oh my God. It's a little bit late now.
And I'm sure that people gave. I'm sure that people gave thinking okay, this is crush time. This is the time that I really need to give to really push him over. It's done.
No, you know what? I was looking at articles on my phone, and one of the articles was 30 billionaires that gave to Trump, and these people, they were giving 500,000, 750,000, 1.1 million, one person, one family, and it's crazy. It's people are so invested in just kind of pushing down our voices to perpetuate their own concerns,
because they're scared. They're shaking their sweating because they know when we get the power,
what's gonna happen?
When the playing fields are equal,
what's gonna happen?
You're gonna be messed up.
There you go.
You're gonna be messed up. Sorry, what's next?
I mean, I'm so happy. Literally for current events, I was just let's just talk about this.
What else is there?
I mean, what is there? What else is more important?
Yeah, what else is there? I don't see anything.
But even you know what's crazy? I was looking at international news, and Nigeria had this whole parade a couple days ago.
I don't want to hear it
for Trump.
I can't hear it.
And I just don't understand why Nigerians and a lot of black people and a lot of people are supporting Trump. He said, African countries are shithole countries. There is such an overwhelming amount of evidence that this guy hates black people. He is not for you, and they're still. You okay? They still support him. What do we say to people like that, Grace? What do we say? Especially a lot of our parents they're voting for Trump.
Wake up.
I don't understand. I think the biggest thing for people who are still Trump supporters is that they are not supportive of homosexuality, and they are staunch Christians. They're staunch Christians, and they think that Joe Biden is just somehow going to go towards atheism or something. I think that's really weird. I don't know why they think that you can't be a Christian and be a Democrat.
First of all, God gave us the right. Do what you want.
Right.
He gives the right to do what you want.
Yes.
He says, whoever is ruling you, you should serve those rulers. But at the same time, my law is higher than their law. So it doesn't even matter who's in charge. If you serve the Lord, if you're a Christian, then even if Trump or Biden says, certain rights on homosexuality are allowed. As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. What's the issue?
I just...
Come on, look.
I didn't know you spoke Igbo.
I'm a woman of many talents. Surprise.
No, I mean, I still don't understand how Nigerians and just immigrants can support Trump. I understand if you're a Republican or you're fiscally conservative, that's totally fine. But for you to support a man that is just beyond those values, like Trump is his own person. Like he is not just Republican, he's just his own category. And so I just
they feel like he's the gateholder of Christianity.
He held a Bible upside. This guy was a Democrat up until recently when he was against Obama. You know, he is not even a full Republican. There is no reason for you to think that your Republican views are so tightly knitted to Trump.
But
Trump was a Democrat for so long.
All they see is homosexuality.
They see that, and then another thing they see is taxes. A lot of rich people, just like a lot of black rappers came out and they're like, "Oh, Trump, you know," and the guy doesn't even show his own taxes. So he's very big on, you know, tax cuts and just
tax evasion.
Yeah, just getting through the red tape, and so a lot of corporations want that, but they're not. The people we're talking about are not corporations. They're everyday immigrants. So why wouldn't you want somebody that's more in your camp than someone who's just so focused on the 1%?
And it's like you almost forget, like someone that's gained citizenship, you forget what it was like being having a visa, all the hardships, all the uncertainty, the insecurity. If you are an immigrant in this country and Trump was reelected, your time of having a visa is now shortened, I think, from 4 years to 1 year. That's one thing. And two, if you have a job, it's not even secure.
It's not. It's not.
Your employers will have to pay, I think, $5,000 or $8,000 for you to stay with that visa, and only stay for 1 more year.
You're right, because I talked to a friend and she was in that same situation. She was saying that she was looking for a job, she couldn't find a job, and every time she got super close to, you know, getting through the interview process, the first, second step, she would let them know, like, her, you know, status, and because of her status, they were saying that it's too expensive. Like, literally, the government makes them spend, for her case, $7,000 to hire her. So why would they hire her versus someone else who's, you know, a citizen?
Yeah. And then even if they work less, like if they don't work as hard, they're thinking, they're people, because money, the incentive of money in this country,
oh my god,
is just disgusting.
It's too much.
I mean, it's like that everywhere, but just
no, it's worse here. Like, people live and die by their job. Like in Europe, it's totally
gotta get the money. I'm hustling.
Yeah, hustling. Even in England, like everyone works, but like it's a different lifestyle. Like you enjoy. There's a culture. There's a sense of like living, and you know exactly, and embracing life. Like in America, the culture is so different. And if you come for like a day or two or a week or even a month, you may not see it. If you live here for years, you see the mentality.
The life of milk and honey, all of that.
People
American
are working.
It's an American nightmare sometimes.
It is, all the time. When you see those bills, everything costs so much money here. And I just felt so bad because she was telling me, she was lamenting and crying on the phone and everything, because if she didn't get a job in the next 30 days, they were booting her out. Like, it was a stressful time. So I'm happy that the guy is out, the orange head is out, like let him go just hang out at the golf course and just do his daily tans and rant on Twitter. Twitter probably
so excited.
Twitter may just cancel his account, hopefully, we'll see.
The gossip and all his ranting.
Oh my god. I'm just excited because this is for someone like Trump, the ego and just that kind of, you know, facade. Just like, he is so embarrassing that like he did not win. Like he's just such a winner type of person. He doesn't see that 60 million people voted for me. No.
60 million people voted.
But you didn't vote. You didn't become the president. Sorry.
60 million people.
Oh, there we go.
China voted for me.
China
did you guys see that China voted for me?
Oh my god.
Did you see that or no? Who's in charge? Who's counting the votes? I thought I was counting the votes.
But you know what's so funny is that
what?
I can't with your face.
And then he does this.
He is just, because when he was telling everyone, stop counting the votes, people were like, if they stop right now, you've lost. Like, you're not ahead. Like, you're behind Biden. Yeah. You want
stop
people
counting
to keep
the votes.
counting
I have a little plan.
It's just too much, man. It's too much. But we are good. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris for the win. We are excited. And with that, let's just go take a quick break. This has been the Gist with Issa and Grace on AfroVibes TV. This is The Gist with Issa and Grace on
Afro
AfroVibes
Vibes
TV. Good job.
It's Reedy V.
Is Reedy V? So who said that?
Reedy V is German
Okay.
for
TV.
TV.
That was the same.
This whole week I've been doing a German accent.
Oh my god.
I
How's that
went to
working out?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and I got some Chick-fil-A nuggets, very good. And yeah, I also went and got some
That's actually a pretty
gummy
good
bears.
accent.
Yeah. Do you know that this is okay, this is going too
No,
south.
I think everyone's
It's going-
appreciating this. Go ahead. What did the German lady get?
Gummy bears is actually from Germany. And it started by Hans Riegel Born. Yeah. And that's how they got Haribo. It's a shortened version.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Are you kidding?
I'm German.
Oh. All right, guys. We're gonna move on.
We should keep a segment for
What that was. Impersonating cultures.
the
and
impersonation
people.
of the week.
No, you can
I
just
literally
keep
do
going
that
through
this
this.
week.
No, you can just keep going through this.
No, what's the next segment?
The segment is motivation, and
Yeah.
we're talking about going after it. So, like, a lot of people, I feel like we just basically can't be sleeping on ourselves.
Oh.
Because I feel like a lot of us, we are smart, we're talented, we have a lot in us. God has given us so much potential, so much in our destiny to come.
That's true.
And I feel like people just sleep on themselves, and they feel like they're not, you know, okay, I'll just do this, I'll do that. It's like, no, go all in
Oh, yeah.
on yourself, gamble on you.
Ooh, I got a
And-
story for thee.
Oh,
I
okay,
got a
go,
word.
go ahead, girl, go ahead.
I've
Go
been
ahead,
reading Exodus in the Bible, and
Okay.
it talked about Moses and how Moses didn't feel qualified. He literally was like, God, I can't do it. Can you send
Yeah.
my brother Levi? Because he is like a lyrical genius. He's an orator, just like MLK. He can talk really well. I don't want to go.
Wasn't there at that time.
I don't want to. But I'm German. I don't want to go up to the Pharaoh like I think they said he had a stutter in the Bible.
Yeah,
like,
he
had
did,
a
yeah.
stutter.
Mhm.
He was like, I'm not
He
ready.
doesn't like to talk in front of people.
I'm not powerful enough. He was like, yo, I'm God. Why are you even
Right.
second guessing this? I chose you.
Exactly. I chose you.
Don't second guess. And it's just like,
No, I think
whoa.
that's so true because people, and the reason I even thought about this is because people who are less qualified, less gifted, less opportune are doing so much more, you know. And I feel like, you know, I'm looking at myself, and I was talking to my friend about this, and you know, she was saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and she was like, okay, I'll do it later. You know, I'll get to it. And I was like, girl, you're 25. Like, why don't you start now? And she just looked at me, and I was like, is there anything stopping you? You know, you finish school, you're working, you know, you have enough time in the evenings, weekends, even during your lunch break. Like, you have a lot of time to start crafting, you know, what you're trying to be. And she just looked at me, and she was like, you're so right.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was just thinking, like, you know, this is something that we need to talk about because we are so talented.
So talented, and it's a beautiful
And
thing
it's important
too.
for us to go all in.
What I realized is when the creative movement started happening, around
Mhm.
like, I don't know, 2010, I don't know, 2000,
When you say creative,
2015.
what do you mean creative?
Like, I remember when people were like, I'm a creative. I was like, are you serious?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
okay.
So like when the Instagram
YouTube,
influencer,
all that.
YouTuber
Mhm.
niche came to
Yeah,
life,
mhm.
people were like, they were like separating themselves. So they're like, oh, I'm a lawyer. I can't be a creator. I'm a
Yeah.
this. I can't be a creative. No, honestly, everybody is creative.
yeah.
It just matters in their certain sector of creation.
No, you're absolutely right.
Like mathematicians, bro, y'all are like thinking of all those equations. All I can do is
The
1 + 1
logic.
= 2.
That's all you can do. How'd you get through nursing
2
school?
+ 2 = 4. Period. Sorry.
No, because another friend, and this is another reason why I was like, I have to talk about it this week. Another friend yesterday, we were talking about it. We're kind of catching up. She was one of my college friends, and I remember she was pre-med. She wanted to be a doctor.
Ooh,
She wanted to do all
fancy
this
gal.
stuff. And she just ended up partying her way out of it and just kind of like getting distracted, didn't work for it. And now she has a good job, but she was like lamenting to me like, man, remember I wanted to be a doctor? I was like, what happened to you? You know, why did you change? And she was telling me this because one of her classmates, who actually was an immigrant, that's why we were talking about this because of Kamala Harris, but the classmate was an immigrant. She was raised by a single parent as well. She came into the class, she studied, she did everything she was supposed to do, and she became a doctor. You know, and here's my friend that's just like, man, I could have also done this kind of thing, you know? So I think it's so important that we make sure that we're doing our thing, and we also look around and say, okay, you know, let me not compare myself to people, but measure up and make sure, okay, I wanted to do this, I said I was going to do it, let me have people to keep me accountable and make sure that I actually end up getting there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, when you think about the accountability, that is one of the biggest things, because human beings really, like, sword sharpens sword, like, literally, if you find friends, no, absolutely, if you find friends that'll give you that friction, that competition, that, like, what are you doing, get up, like,
it's important to have that.
Yeah.
It's important to have this. Even before
that are ambitious.
Before the show, I was talking to a guy that interviewed here, and one thing he was saying is he always came with his friend, and they just kind of bounce off each other. You know, he does his thing, his friend does his thing. They do separate things, but they make sure that they're both doing their thing. You know what I mean? And it's important to have that friendly friend who's not secretly conspiring against you, but that actually has your best interest and is gonna keep it honest. Because a lot of people are not going to keep it honest, and they just want to either pull you down or just ride your coattails, you know, but there's no honesty in that, you know? So it's just really, I just wanted a quick message. I know a lot of people are going through a lot, you know, and I just wanted to say, hey, go after what you want to do, you know? And also, if you don't ask for something, then it's just going to be a no. But if you ask, then there's a possibility of a yes. I feel like a lot of people, they're just scared to ask. And I'm like, what's the big deal? If you ask, then the worst is no, and you're back to where you are. You've not lost anything. You know what I'm saying?
The same thing with, like, me. So I went to LA this past weekend for and people were like, are you going to collab with anybody? I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to reach out to anybody. It's like last minute. They're like, just reach out. Like, worst things worse, and you know, not see it, like, it doesn't really matter.
It's true, because the thing with me is that in order to ask, you need to know what you want. And a lot of times people don't know what they want, and they don't know who they are. So they don't end up asking because they think they're not qualified, or they're not worth it, or why would they want to collab with me? Why would they want to give me this opportunity? You know, but you're really banking on yourself. If you know what you want and who you are, and you have the energy to ask for what you want to the right people, that could be the biggest difference. But people sleep on themselves, and they're not doing what they really want to do. And I just think, you know, there's power in the tongue. There's power in prophesying what you want to be.
And power in identity.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal. And we're so young. And even if you're 40, 50, there's still time. Like, you're not dad. Like, my dad is always like, oh, you know, Isabel, I'm just so old. I'm like, Dad, you're like not even 60. Like, you have legs, you have brain, you have mind, you can do things. Like, he's so funny. Yeah. I love my dad.
Oh. How old is he?
My dad is, he would hate for me to tell. But it's okay, Dad. It's okay. It's okay. He's like, I think 58. Yeah, he's 58, he's 59. Oh, you know, it's weird because with African culture, they don't really tell you their age.
Even birthdays. They're like, what is grandma's birthday, Daddy? I don't know. Why are you asking such a silly question?
No, I told to my mom, we're talking about like heritage and stuff. I was like, Mom, when was your grandmother born? She said, oh, sometime in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what summer? Like, what year? She said it literally like no joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to like continue about
it was just too much. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let's move on to our last segment. Our last segment is what? Accomplishment. Black accomplishment.
Let's try again.
Okay. What's our next segment? Black accomplishment.
Okay.
We have to like work on that.
We got this.
Okay, but our black accomplishment is no one other than
Stacy.
I was gonna do a drum roll, but you messed it up, so it's okay. It was unplanned.
It's part of the drum.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's a Stacey Yvonne Abrams. Stacey Abrams.
Yes, Queen. Like, total queen, literally responsible for 800,000 votes in this current election in Atlanta.
Crazy.
So amazing. She spearheaded such a rigorous and like so thorough as far as getting first-time voters and just voters in general signed up and participating in this election. So she is amazing. Like, and you know that she's not just a politician. She's like a lawyer. She's an author. Obviously, she's an organizer. She went to Howard.
She's a Jane of all trades.
She went to Howard and everything. Like,
Jane of all trades. Come on.
I mean, when we talk about Black excellence and Black power.
Oh, we just felt the light.
Oh yeah. I mean,
now we're talking about Stacey Abrams.
Thank you.
We got
our studio engineer working.
No, it's the
overtime at the end of the show.
It's all about
time.
It's God's timing. God said.
Oh, it's God's timing.
God said, in order to keep their attention, we're gonna put some light on us. Let them see. You see my freckles? I did that myself.
So you're changing what God would have made you
I did that myself. Do you understand? But it was very nice.
But you were too much, dude. But yeah, I'm just so excited. Like, I think that she has given so many people a voice, and people like her are now given their own voices as well to help and impact us.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's just great. She energizes, she educates, she mobilizes voters and people, and it's just another representation of Black woman kicking ass, doing what she was called to do, and just empowering us to do what we need to do.
All of us.
Queen! Queen! I love her. Like, I've been reading up on her.
No, she's dope.
Incredible.
So she reached out to me to do some videos because she was reaching out to influencers because she started this initiative called Civics for Culture, C4C, and basically she was reaching out to people of color that are influencers to use their platform in order to mobilize more voters.
Yes.
And she had everything scripted, all the like timelines.
She is an organizer. So she had that stuff organized.
I was like, this
she's
is
awesome.
Extremely
so did you help? Did you get people to vote?
I made a video. I made one video.
No, that's good. That's good. I mean, I feel like as long as we're all using our platform to educate and, you know, get people to vote, I think that's important. I think everyone can help out at the end of the day. We can't just leave it to a few people. But she has done a lion's share of the work, especially in Georgia. So just a big shout out to her.
Toast to
her. Big. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
That's
or like
oh.
In Igbo culture we do bossa.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
How many?
Just 3.
Okay.
Bossa! 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 Hey! Thank you. This was a thank you, Grace, for that. Even though I'm not Igbo, but it's okay. People think I am. So we will wrap up the show on that note. This has been The Gist with Issa and Grace. Catch me on Instagram, Life of Issa, Life of YSAA.
And I'm not going to give my Instagram. I don't need any more.
Wow! Let's take it down a little, Trump, okay? Like, let's get that.
A little Trump?
Yeah, because Trump is the one that will just be like, I'm good.
Oh, no. So, here, my Instagram, Grace_Africa, please. Everybody follow me. Tell your mother and father, follow me, please.
Oh my gosh. This has been The Gist with Issa and Grace. We'll catch you guys next week.